Here's a face we haven't seen in a little bit of time. Steve Wilmot, of course, the Executive Director of the RBC Heritage, the President of the Heritage Classic Foundation. Busy time of the summer, even though you guys work 51 weeks of the year. And you just got some news in about the economic impact of the Heritage on the Lowcountry, and that's a stunning number. I'll let you tell it.
Well, it's been quite a great summer in a way too. And I look at it, we work 53 weeks out of the year, not 51. So, but just recently, we did announce, the signature event again and on the schedule for next year with RBC. So that's extremely exciting for this community. And again, a compliment and a thank you to everybody. And then, but last week, why we do what we do at the end of the day is for giving back in whether it is charity or it is from the economic impact side. And working with Clemson as we do every 5 years, but the total economic impact from the tournament this past year was in excess of 134 million, almost 135 million dollars.
That's a stunning number, and even with inflation, it's a bigger number than you expected, maybe?
Yeah, accounting for and adjusting for inflation, it's an 11% increase over last year, so it's in excess of $33 million over the previous years. So
even with fewer players, I mean, I kind of thought the number might back off just a little bit because there was less money being generated by the players coming here and staying here and going out to dinner.
Well,
but you had more fans.
Well, we certainly did, and the support from our sponsors too. People wanted to be here; they wanted to be a part of something special. And you think about it, let alone the jobs that are created are ones that we supported in excess of almost 1,200 jobs, in addition to $45 million in wages earned through that period too. So there's a huge impact from the Heritage Classic Foundation or the tournament itself, which is really 1 week out of the year, but it is an effort that keeps giving.
Yeah, and you get 10%, so it's that's great, huh?
Yeah, wish, but no, it's a win-win-win for everybody, and we're excited about the results.
All right, Steve, everybody loved what happened this past year. Attendance was great, everything was good. So now how do you top it? Or do you even mess with a good thing? Do you just leave it alone and say, let's just keep doing this?
Well, it's just like we've said before too, what we did 5 years ago, let alone last year, might have been right, but should we do it better? How do we do it better? But we want to continue to be better, to get better so we can do better too. And we are going to have some new offerings on 17 and 18. We are going to be double decking that area out there because, we're running out of space. We're not trying to sell more tickets necessary. We're just trying to elevate the experience for people, and there's nowhere to go this way, but there is some space this way. So we are going to go up in a couple areas this year, which would be exciting for everybody, and the views will be tremendous.
So the flyover won't be as low this year, right?
not quite, right. Be a little higher, but out on 17 and 18, you'll see some drastic changes, but for the good.
Yeah, it sounds terrific. Sounds like it's going to be a whole lot of fun. One last question I wanted to ask you was about the impact. You talk about the economic impact on the Lowcountry. How about for the charities of the Heritage Classic Foundation? Do you think this is even going to a similar number increase in the amount of good you're able to do? Yeah,
we're able to fulfill in excess of almost $3 million a year in charity, which those numbers were in excess of $55 million now. But, the one thing with the economic impact that we see too, there's a local benefit from the tax breaks and things too of in excess of $3 million, and then statewide revenue too is in excess of $5 million too. So it truly is a win-win-win for everybody. But again, at the end of the day, it's giving back to charities, and we've been able to continue to do that. And we good partners, great people, great volunteer support, and we're all in this together. And it's for us to be signature, knowing where we were back in 2010 and 11, it's amazing to think how we got here. But it's been truly an effort of this whole community to get there.
All right, everybody, watch this weekend's Tour Championship because all those guys are going to be eligible to be here. In fact, all the guys who were in Colorado last week are going to be eligible to be here. It should be a great field. You don't even have to answer any letters from guys looking for a sponsor exemption.
Well, Well, it's going to be a few. That's still the toughest part. But the tour's putting so much, and the players putting so much emphasis on the signature events that the players are already scheduling around the majors and the signature events, and then filling in their schedules. So we're guaranteed to have the best field we've ever had.
Steve, thanks again. We appreciate the time.
Thanks for all your
Steve
support.
Wilmot of the RBC Heritage. Looking forward to the tournament, and we're still 7 months away, 8 months away. You know how many days. We'll be back with more right after this.